Zakhar's words piqued Vika's curiosity, and she eagerly took the rose and the piece of paper from her nephew's hands. As she unfolded the paper, her eyes widened in surprise. It was a handwritten note with a message that read, "To Victoria, the one who admires the acrobats and still carries the wonder of a child in her heart. Life is a circus, filled with ups and downs, but never forget to embrace the magic within you. Follow your dreams, dare to fly, and may every moment be a breathtaking performance. The Clown." Vika was taken aback by the heartfelt message. How did the clown know her name? It felt as if a special connection had been forged during the performance. She couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement and curiosity about the enigmatic words. She looked at Zakhar, who had a mischievous glint in his eyes. "What did the clown mean by this?" she asked, her voice filled with anticipation. Zakhar grinned and replied, "He said that sometimes the best secrets are meant to be discovered on your own. He wants you to embark on a journey of curiosity and self-discovery. Maybe you'll find your own acrobatic feats and embrace the magic within you." Vika's heart swelled with gratitude for the clown's thoughtful gesture and his encouragement to explore the wonders of life. She hugged her nephew tightly, feeling a renewed sense of wonder and excitement about what lay ahead. From that day forward, Vika carried the rose and the mysterious note with her, a constant reminder to embrace the joy and daring spirit of the circus. It became a symbol of the boundless possibilities that awaited her, a beacon of inspiration to pursue her passions and live life to the fullest. As Vika bid farewell to her sister and returned to her own home, she knew that she was embarking on a new chapter filled with exhilarating possibilities. With the rose in one hand and the note clutched tightly in the other, she stepped forward into the unknown, ready to uncover the magic that awaited her on this extraordinary journey. Vika and her sister Lida eagerly awaited Sunday afternoon, the day they planned to visit the circus together. The anticipation filled the air as they walked towards the vibrant tent that housed the magical world of performers and enchantment. Excitement mingled with curiosity as they stepped into the bustling atmosphere of the circus grounds. The sisters made their way to the entrance, their eyes scanning the vibrant posters and banners that adorned the walls. The scent of popcorn and cotton candy wafted through the air, adding to the festive ambience. As they entered the main tent, the energy and anticipation intensified. The performance was already in full swing as Vika and Lida found their seats. Acrobats gracefully twirled in the air, clowns elicited laughter from the audience, and majestic animals performed their awe-inspiring tricks. But amidst the spectacle, Vika's eyes were constantly searching for the mysterious clown who had left her the rose and the note. As the show progressed, Vika couldn't help but be captivated by the magic unfolding before her eyes. The vibrant costumes, the skillful performances, and the laughter echoing throughout the tent filled her with a sense of wonder. Yet, a part of her remained fixated on the enigmatic clown, longing to uncover the secret behind his gesture. After the final act, the performers took their bows, and Vika felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. She turned to her sister and whispered, "Lida, let's try to find the clown. Maybe he's still around." They made their way towards the backstage area, where the performers gathered after the show. Vika's heart pounded with anticipation as they approached a group of artists in colorful attire. She couldn't help but feel a flutter of nervousness as she scanned the faces, hoping to find the one that matched her memory. And then, among the crowd, her eyes locked with a pair of sparkling blue eyes, framed by a familiar painted smile. It was him, the mysterious clown who had left her the rose and the note. A surge of excitement washed over Vika as their gazes met, and she felt an unspoken connection between them. Summoning her courage, Vika approached the clown, a radiant smile on her face. "Excuse me," she began, her voice filled with a mix of curiosity and anticipation. "I wanted to thank you for the rose and the note. It was such a delightful surprise. May I ask your name?" The clown's eyes twinkled mischievously, and he replied, "Names are but fleeting, my dear Victoria. In this realm of magic, I am simply known as the Jester of Dreams." Vika's heart skipped a beat, and a sense of wonder washed over her. The Jester of Dreams, the name resonated within her, embodying the enchantment and mystery that had captured her imagination. In that moment, Vika knew that her encounter with the clown held a deeper significance, one that transcended mere curiosity. As the circus buzzed with life around them, Vika and the Jester of Dreams shared a few more words, their conversation veiled in riddles and whimsical charm. It was a meeting that defied logic, yet embraced the enchantment of the circus realm. With a bittersweet farewell, Vika left the circus that day, carrying the memory of the Jester of Dreams in her heart. Though the mystery remained unsolved, she found solace in the magic that had touched her life. And as she stepped into the outside world, she couldn't help but feel that a part of the circus had become forever intertwined with her own story. A tale of wonder, discovery, and the beauty of embracing life's extraordinary moments. At the circus, Vika and Lita found themselves standing outside, trying to make sense of the situation that had unfolded before them. Confusion lingered in the air as they exchanged bewildered glances. Lita took a deep breath and tried to rationalize the experience. "Vika, think about it logically," she began. "It's highly improbable that this Vitaly Anisimov, the permanent employee, could have orchestrated such an intricate scheme. How could he have known about your attendance, your seat, and even your name?" Vika nodded, her mind grappling with the puzzle. "You're right, Lid, it doesn't add up. There must be something more to this. Perhaps there's another explanation we haven't considered." As they walked down the street, Vika's thoughts raced, her mind searching for clues and possibilities. She replayed the events in her head, trying to dissect each moment, hoping to unravel the mystery behind the clown's actions. "Lita," Vika said, her voice tinged with a newfound sense of wonder. "What if there's a hidden magic in the world that we've overlooked? What if there are extraordinary connections and synchronicities that we can't explain with logic alone?" Lita smiled, captivated by her sister's newfound perspective. "Vika, sometimes life presents us with inexplicable moments that defy conventional understanding. It's in these moments that we can choose to embrace the possibility of something extraordinary." Vika's eyes sparkled with a mix of curiosity and excitement. "You're right, Lid. Perhaps there's a touch of enchantment in the air, guiding us towards unexpected encounters and experiences." As they continued their walk, Vika and Lita allowed themselves to embrace the idea that there might be a touch of magic woven into the tapestry of their lives. They savored the mystery and the unanswered questions, knowing that sometimes the beauty lies in not having all the answers. And so, as they ventured forward, they carried with them the memory of the clown, the rose, and the enigmatic note. It became a symbol of the extraordinary, a reminder to remain open to the wonders that lie just beyond the realm of comprehension. With each step, Vika and Lita embraced the uncertainty, knowing that life's mysteries have a way of revealing themselves when the time is right. And perhaps, one day, they would come to understand the true meaning behind their encounter with the clown, the magical connection that had left an indelible mark on their hearts and ignited their belief in the extraordinary. Lita's question lingered in the air as Vika pondered the possibilities. She sifted through her memories, contemplating her interactions with colleagues at work. While she didn't consider herself particularly close to anyone, she couldn't dismiss the notion that someone might have harbored feelings for her. "Well," Vika began, her voice filled with uncertainty. "There's Alexei, the new guy who joined our team a few months ago. He's been friendly and helpful since he arrived." Lita's eyes widened with intrigue. "Oh, the new guy. That's interesting. What's he like?" "He's thoughtful and often goes out of his way to assist me with projects," Vika explained, recollecting Alexei's kind gestures. "But I never thought there was anything beyond a professional camaraderie between us." Lita nudged her sister playfully. Well, sometimes sparks can fly in unexpected places. Perhaps Alexei has been harboring secret feelings for you. Vika blushed slightly, feeling a mixture of surprise and curiosity. It's hard to imagine, but I suppose anything is possible. Maybe he saw an opportunity to express his admiration through the circus performance and the mysterious Lita's eyes twinkled mischievously. There's only one way to find out. You'll have to investigate this further, Vika. Talk to Alexei. See if he reveals anything or acts differently around you. Vika hesitated for a moment, mulling over the idea. You know, Lita, it's worth a shot. If there's even a chance that this magical encounter was orchestrated by Alexei, I owe it to him to acknowledge his efforts. Encouraged by her sister's enthusiasm, Vika resolved to have a conversation with Alexei the following day. She wanted to express her gratitude and curiosity while also gently exploring the possibility of a deeper connection. As they walked home, Vika's heart felt lighter, brimming with newfound anticipation. Life had presented her with a delightful mystery, and the prospect of discovering the truth behind the clown's actions and the secret admirer filled her with a sense of adventure. With Lita by her side, Vika embarked on a journey to uncover the enigma that had captured her imagination. As they strolled through the evening, their steps carried them closer to the answers they sought and perhaps to a chance at experiencing a love story woven with the threads of magic and destiny. In her excitement, Vika rushed to the secretary's office, clutching the note and the documents bearing the intriguing handwriting. She knocked on the door, and the secretary looked up with a quizzical expression. Sorry to interrupt, but I noticed something peculiar, Vika began, her voice filled with a mix of anticipation and curiosity. I couldn't help but notice that the handwriting on this note I received matches the handwriting on these documents. Do you happen to know whose handwriting this is? The secretary peered at the note and documents, her brow furrowing in concentration. After a moment of thoughtful contemplation, she nodded and said, Actually, I recognize this handwriting. It belongs to Sergei, the IT specialist. He's been with the company for a while now. Vika's eyes widened in surprise. Sergei, the reserved and seemingly introverted IT specialist, hadn't crossed her mind during her initial search. It was an unexpected revelation. Thank you, Vika said, grateful for the secretary's assistance. I appreciate your help. I think I'll have a chat with Sergei and see if he knows anything about the note. With newfound determination, Vika made her way to the IT department. She found Sergei engrossed in his work, surrounded by computer screens and cables. Taking a deep breath to steady her nerves, she approached him. Sergei, Vika said, her voice slightly trembling. I have something I'd like to discuss with you. It's about this note I received. The handwriting matches yours. Can you shed some light on this? Sergei looked up from his work, his expression a mix of surprise and unease. He paused for a moment, seemingly gathering his thoughts, before finally speaking. I didn't mean for it to cause you any distress, Sergei admitted, his voice gentle yet filled with sincerity. I wrote that note because I wanted to express my admiration for you. I've been silently observing your dedication and kindness, and I wanted to make you feel special. Vika's heart fluttered, a mixture of emotions swirling within her. She never expected Sergei, the quieted specialist, to be the one behind the mysterious note. Yet, as she looked into his eyes, she sensed the genuineness of his feelings. Thank you, Sergei, Vika replied, her voice filled with warmth and appreciation. I'm touched by your gesture, and I admire your courage in expressing your feelings. It's a beautiful note, and it means a lot to me. As they continued their conversation, Vika discovered a new side of Sergei. They shared stories, laughter, and a growing connection that transcended the confines of their workplace. What started as a mysterious note became the catalyst for a blossoming relationship, grounded in genuine affection and shared interests. In the end, Vika realized that sometimes the most unexpected sources could hold hidden surprises. Love had found its way to her through the written words of a gentle aid specialist, revealing that romance and magic could be found even in the most pragmatic corners of life. Vika stood before Alexander, her heart pounding in her chest. The weight of her revelation hung in the air as she awaited his response. Alexander, with a curious yet gentle expression, looked at her intently. You know," he replied, a hint of surprise coloring his voice. "You discovered it was me?" Vika nodded, her gaze unwavering. "Yes, I found out, and I wanted to talk to you about it." Alexander's eyes softened, a mixture of anticipation and vulnerability shining through. "I never imagined you would figure it out. I wanted to make you feel special, to show you how much I admire you." Vika's heart skipped a beat. The realization that her feelings were reciprocated flooded her with a bittersweet mixture of joy and disbelief. She had underestimated herself, assuming that someone like Alexander would never notice her. Yet here he stood, with his confession hanging in the air. I didn't expect this," Vika admitted, her voice filled with a mix of emotions. "I thought you were too good for me." Alexander took a step closer, closing the distance between them. His eyes held a gentle sincerity as he reached out to hold her hand. "Vika, you're far from being a simpleton. You're kind, intelligent, and captivating in ways you don't even realize. I've been drawn to you for a long time." Vika's doubts started to melt away as she allowed herself to embrace the possibility of their connection. The mysterious note at the circus had led her to this moment, where two hearts aligned in their shared admiration. "Let's not dwell on our doubts and uncertainties," Vika said, her voice gaining confidence. "Instead, let's focus on what could be. I'd like to get to know you better, Alexander." A smile spread across Alexander's face, mirroring Vika's newfound resolve. "I would love nothing more," he replied, "to embark on this journey with you, to explore the depths of our connection." As they continued their conversation, Vika and Alexander discovered a shared excitement and an eagerness to explore the potential of their budding relationship. What began as a note filled with intrigue and uncertainty had now transformed into the foundation of something beautiful. The circus had brought them together, weaving a tale of romance and discovery. In that moment, Vika realized that sometimes the most unexpected paths could lead to the most extraordinary destinations. And with Alexander by her side, she embraced the enchanting possibilities that lay ahead. "Asterisk, please, have a seat." Alexander gestured towards the chair beside him. "And how did you figure out it was me?" he inquired. "It was your handwriting," Vika replied. "The note I received had your distinctive handwriting." "What if someone asked me to write a note?" Alexander clarified. "After all, my handwriting is beautiful." "And were you asked to write it?" Vika asked, now thoroughly confused. "No, they didn't ask me," he confessed. "I wrote it myself." "And you gave it to a clown?" Vika asked, still trying to make sense of the situation. "No, I was the clown," Alexander revealed. "But how?" Vika asked, astounded. "It's quite simple," Alexander explained. "Our circus has a small circus studio, and I've been attending it for a long time. The circus performers themselves teach the classes. When I found out you had bought tickets, an idea struck me. I made arrangements with my teacher, and he allowed me to take his place in the performance. I looked up your seat number when I purchased the tickets myself. The rest was easy. By the way, your nephew is a great kid." Vika was left speechless, trying to process the lengths Alexander had gone to for this grand gesture. "I just don't understand why," Vika finally managed to ask. "Why did you go through all this trouble? Just to show me what a skilled magician you are." "I wanted to impress you," Alexander confessed. "I've liked you for a long time, but I always thought a girl like you would never notice an ordinary guy like me. You seem so whole, so self-sufficient. I didn't expect you to figure out that I was the author of the note. I just wanted to do something that would leave a lasting impression, and now I'm really glad I did." "Why?" Vika questioned, genuinely surprised. You knew I wrote the note. My motives were clear. I wouldn't have written it if I didn't have feelings for you, Alexander explained. And you approached me with this conversation. That can only mean one thing. You care about me. I do care, Vika confirmed, her cheeks blushing. I really like you too. In that case, I have a chance, Alexander asked, a hopeful smile spreading across his face. Yes, Vika responded, her voice filled with warmth. You definitely have a chance. Well, Alexander exclaimed, pulling out a bouquet of roses from under the table. Then things are about to get even better, he said, extending the flowers towards Vika. Where did these come from? Vika asked, surprised by the sudden appearance of the roses. And this, Alexander replied with a smile, is the magic of the circus.